What do you think when you first hear the word feminism?
When I hear the word feminism, I think of equality among genders.
Empowerment, equality.
I think I have no idea what it means.
I think it should be called gender equality.
Equality, not just for women, but for like everyone.
Power and strength.
I think about empowerment and equality for women, like all around the world.
Women have just as much rights as men.
Social, academic, like all types of equality for women.
I think about equal rights. I think about women's empowerment.
Defend women's rights.
Feminism to me is the idea of equity, and so people having the same opportunities, that you still have the ability to have the same experiences and the same access to whether it's education or jobs or housing or you name it, as everybody else in society does. I think there's also been a greater awareness of people realizing that sexism and misogyny affect everyone and not just women. I think men in particular largely can go through life not having ever had to think about these pieces until something happens to something, there's a rub, whether it's to them or it's to someone they care about.
Research shows that before knowing what the term feminism means, 85% of men did not consider themselves to be feminists.
I don't remember how I first heard about feminism, but it probably had a negative connotation the first time until I understood what it was.
I've heard about feminism on the internet when it was really big, and it definitely had a negative connotation.
The internet is great and also completely destructive at the same time. You're going to have everything from factual information to opinion to really hurtful and hateful things all appear in the same thing, and sometimes it's really hard to be able to distinguish which is fact, which is fiction, which is opinion. So I think some people have definitely found information that they thought was factual and believed in it to some extent, really only to find out or later be told that that's actually not the truth, or that's not the way that feminism, for example, really is or plays out in society.
I think I'm pro-feminism because, as I said previously, I think women have impacted me personally a lot.
Do I have a negative connotation? It was probably maybe associated with, aggressive, pushy women.
Like as I got older and hearing more about it on the internet, and it was more derogatory.
According to this survey from Maclean's, only 26% of people find the word feminist to be a positive term, while an overwhelming 37% find it to be a negative term.
I think it's a lot with that misconception piece around this, like people thinking that it's about men hating women, that we burn our bras, that we don't want to have kids, or trying to tear men down, or some of these other pieces, versus it being about equity. Folks who don't believe in feminism or don't think feminism is important have done an amazing job of creating this campaign that feminism is a bad word.
I want to get paid the same amount as my male counterpart, or because I want to have all the same opportunities as them without having to noticeably work a lot harder for it.
Research shows that white women make 78 cents for every $1 a white male makes. However, this does not take into account for occupations, positions, education, job tenure, or hours worked per week.
I always thought that it had a positive connotation. I was like, this is my power and my respect.
Get to some pretty clear lines between, who people who are feminist and who are not.
I chose this topic